What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Schmovie. I'm groovy and Ted, my favorite movie. I'm really just like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do that. That's Nicki Minaj for some of y'all that don't know. But I'm gonna be talking about the time that I went to Jamaica on a cruise back in the day when I was a young bull. And before I get to what happened in Jamaica, I gotta tell you what happened like literally the week before we went to Jamaica, which was wild. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, man. So you already know, like, I'm a young bull. I'm in ninth or 10th grade, cooling. And I gotta tell you what happened before I went to Jamaica because it leads into the story. But anyways, it's like a Thursday or like a Friday. I can't remember the exact day of the week, but it was definitely closer to the weekend. And every single time, like after lunch, me and my homies, we would go to the bathroom. Sounds kind of gay, I'm not even gonna hold you, but we go to the bathroom because we genuinely had to use the bathroom. But the funny thing was is that they would give you about 5 to 10 minutes to get to class after lunch. We had a lunch, which is the first lunch, obviously being A. So we'd go to the bathroom, and like usually, like I wouldn't use it. I would just like wash my hands or something, or like check to see if I had anything in my teeth. You know, just young boy shit. You know, trying to impress the ladies or whatever. And then like once we got to the bathroom, like niggas wanted to be childish and start throwing paper towels and shit and balled up like wet paper towels and all this other shit. Like it was just not like it wasn't fun. Like why was we so childish back in the day? Like what's going on? And this was around the time where the iPhone just came out, and it was iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, and it was very expensive at the time. So like nobody really had it. You either had like a standard Android, like a Droid, a Verizon Droid, and then or you just had like one of those standard like phones that was still considered a smartphone, but it wasn't like Android. You know what I mean? And my man's had that. I had this thing called the Motorola Backflip, which was like it was a really cool phone at the time. It literally said what it is. It did a backflip, and essentially I got it taken away because I got like a D in like fucking I don't know like English. Which movie English? Shut up, nigga. Like Spanish is my first language. Shut up. Anyways, so I got it taken away. I didn't have a phone for a minute, and my man's had like a genuine like smartphone, but it wasn't Android. You feel me? It was not Android, and this is essential to the story because out of everybody, he chose me. He gave me his phone. And when he gave me his phone, he was like, "Yo, record this shit. This shit mad funny." So I was like, "Bet, say no more." So I'm sitting there recording like, "Yo, get him." And then we didn't realize, but in the stall at the very, very, very far right, there was a dude chilling in there taking a shite. I'm talking about, nigga, that shit was so mean because it started stinking up. And then we're like, yo, like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that smell? Like, what the fuck going on? And then, like, when we all quieted down to realize, like, what was going on, we saw some light up Skechers, like, in the far right stall. And we're like, nigga, there was a nigga here the whole time seeing us be childish. That's crazy. And as soon as we was like, yo, like, let's get out. Yo, we about to be late for class. All we heard was, oh, God. And we're like, yo, what the fuck is going on in that stall? Yo, is this nigga good? And all you heard was, and we're like, yo, like, what the fuck just happened? Hello. We're sitting there giggling. We childish as hell. Sitting there giggling and shit. And then, like, my man's throws a paper towel at like my other man's, right? So it's four of us, including myself. Throws a balled up wet paper towel at him, hits him in the face. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck, yo?" So he takes the paper towel as well and then throws it at him. And then like, "Yo, what the fuck, yo?" So now these niggas are about to fight because they're just throwing like random shit around. And I'm sitting there recording like, "You get him, you get him. He called your mama stupid." Some young boy shit, right? And then like the second that we was like really getting into it, this the gym teacher comes through the back door because for some reason there was a back door in the bathroom that led to the locker rooms. Comes in, gang, yo, what the fuck y'all niggas doing here, yo? What's going on, man? Like, what the fuck y'all niggas doing, man? Y'all gotta go to class. We're like, yo, oh my god. Now this is the part where I got so scared because that dude was so big. I got so scared that I ran out the bathroom and then ran towards the steps, right? But see, the funniest part about it is that I still had my man's phone in my hand. I really did. And so he was like, Felix, the phone. And I was like, and then I just kept running because I ain't want to get caught. So I'm running towards the steps, which was a hallway into the steps, and the steps was his own like corridor or whatever. And I run past the principal, right? Yo, I'm beat. The principal's like, what in tarnation's going on here? And then the gym teacher's like, stop those boys. And then like the science teacher was at the bottom of the steps. He's like, hey, no running. And I was like, fuck you. And like, you ever been in high school, right, where you're walking in the hall and there's a whole group of just 10 niggas, just 10 of them, backpacks, Jordans, Nike socks, Nike Elite socks. All of them just got like they just look like niggas, bro. Like they just like taking up the whole fucking hallway. Nigga, that shit was happening to me. But see, I was smart and I played Prince of Persia when I was younger. So guess what I did? I ran up on the wall. And then, like, I avoided all of them because it was taking up the whole shit. And I didn't want to get caught. You know what I'm saying? So, like, ran up on the wall, Prince of Persia style, Assassin's Creed style, whatever you want to call it. And then I straight up just, like avoided all of them. They was like, yo, what the fuck going on, man? What the fuck you running for, mate? Little bitch ass. And I was like, shut up. He's like, what the fuck you say to me? And then, like, I yeeted in class. Like, it was, bro, just imagine, like, Sonic, right? Do you see the Sonic right there? Like that little back air he just did. That was me. Like when I tried to escape niggas, man. That's crazy. So, boom. I'm inside the classroom and I'm like, oh yeah, you know it's crazy. English, yeah. Verbs, adjectives, nouns. That's so crazy. I was acting like I was really into it. And then the bell rang and then we're just learning about whatever. And out of nowhere, like I want to say like 15 minutes later, the police officer that's assigned to the high school comes in, says, hey, you have a Felix in this classroom? And I was like, fuck, man. Fuck. How did they catch me? My shit was immaculate. Hello? And everybody was like, ooh. And I was like, shut up. Hey, who the fuck you talking to, nigga? Oh, my bad. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then like somebody was like, that nigga smoking weed. And I was like, good God, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm done. It's over. So then as soon as I come out, I see my mans. He was like, yo, you got my phone? And I was like, yeah, my bad. So I gave him his phone, and we walked up to the office, and we saw the other two friends that was there. And he just looked at me. He was like, you shouldn't have ran. And I was like, what the fuck you expect me to do? You expect me to not run and get caught? You're dumb. You're crazy. He was like, look, man, we all getting suspended, bro. So, like, because I didn't run, I'm only getting 2 days. But because y'all ran, y'all getting 4 days. And I was like, how am I gonna tell this to my fucking parents, man? This shit is so gay. So, I got my papers and I finished up the rest of the day and I went home, right? So now that I told y'all that, this leads into why it was so perfect that I had got suspended, because my mom had planned for me to miss the next couple of school days anyways due to us going on the cruise, so I didn't have to say shit. So they never knew that I got suspended. So it was Pog, right? So we go to, I forget what city or state that we went to board. But fast forward, I'm on the cruise ship. I'm like, wow, yo, like this shit is really on the sea, bro. And I was a young bull, I really didn't understand how boats work and shit. I was like, yo, how we staying afloat, bruh? And then that shit started moving. And I was like, oh, nah, get me off this shit. And then I was like, Ma. And then she smacked me on my head, and I had the number 1. I'm gonna put the number 1 on the screen so that y'all know what that is, because some of y'all niggas be like, number 1, what's that? So I had this haircut right here, right? And like, if you smack a nigga with this haircut, that shit goes like that shit hurts. Like, you smack me now, and that shit not gonna hurt because I got hair on the top of my head. But like, you smack me then, my shit would be bobbling, bro. So, anyways, like, it was wild, bro. Like, to get used to the sea and that shit bobbing. Like, I don't know if none of y'all ever been on a cruise, but that shit not, like, it's fire, but it's not fire. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to when we finally get to Jamaica, because your boy was straight up just like, I was just eating fries, just fries. Potatoes might be the secret recipe to fries. I don't know if you've ever seen that Vine, but that shit crazy. I was just eating fries. Finally got to Jamaica, right? And I was like, wow, this is really crazy. I'm really in Jamaica right now, bro, because I had never been, like outside the country, USA, till I die, baby. It's like, nah, we Dominican boys over here. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, I'm taking it all in. It's looking like crazy. There's mad people at the where we get off, just trying to sell shit. And I'm a young, I'm like 13, 14, 15. Like I'm a young man, so like I don't know why this dude thought that I had money. Being so young, like I didn't look like those 14-year-olds that look like they 27 with a record. Like I look like a plain old simple young boy. Like it's really really crazy. Like this man was pressed. He came up to me. He was like, "Excuse me, sir, buy these." And I was like, "Huh?" He was like, "Buy these." I said, "Buy these." And I was like, "You want me to buy that?" Yes, 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 yes. Jesus, the Americans is just you have a brain. And I was like, "Damn, like how you gonna want how you gonna want me to buy something from you, but you gonna insult me? What?" But I was a young bull, so I didn't understand, right? So I was like, "What do you got?" He was like, "The sunglasses protect you from the sun." Duh, nigga. Anyways, like what? So I was like, "How much?" He was like, $20. And I was like, I mean, and mind you, like I really had sunglasses on my neck. Like, do you not see that? Hello? Like, what are you doing? So I was like, well, I already have sunglasses. He's like, no, 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 no. These are better. What are you doing? And I was like, even if they are better, I still have sunglasses. Like, what, bro? Like, what you want me to do? He was like, buy these, $20. And I was like, I don't have $20. He was like, oh, okay, $15. And I was like, changing the price is not gonna make me want to buy. He was like, final price, $10. Take it or leave it. Leave it. Okay, $20. What are you talking about? Like, how you gonna go from 20 to 15 to 10 being your final price, and then you go back to 20? Like, what type? Something. Yeah. So I was like, whatever, bro. Whatever. No, I'm good, thank you. He was like, man, fuck your mother scone. And I was like, damn, I don't even know what that means, but good God. So I was like, yo, dad, like, I'm kind of hungry, yo, let's get some food. He was like, didn't you just eat, you fat fuck? I was like, I'm hungry. He was like, all right, whatever. So I had never tried Jamaican food, and I had always heard so much about oxtail and curry goat and rice and peas and this and that. So I was like, you know what? I think it might, getting it exactly like from, damn, that nigga snapped. Getting it exactly from the country that it originates from, like, let's go ahead and get into it. You know what I'm saying? So we walk into the place that they sold food at, right? And I'm like, yo, like all this shit looks nasty as fuck. Like I don't like Jamaican food, West Indies food. Like I just don't like. I love the beef patties, love them, but curry goat, oxtail, cancel me. I don't give a fuck. That shit is delicious, nigga. Doesn't come close to Dominican food. You crazy? I don't know how y'all be eating them shits. Them shits look like bone in, bone out. Like I don't know, bro. That shit is just nasty. So I walk in, and then immediately when I walk in, all I hear is. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that sound? I've never heard that before. And like that's what West Indies and Jamaican people like just they look that long ass teeth suck. Like that shit is crazy, bro. And I didn't understand like what the issue was, So walk in, and then I'm looking at the menu, and then the dude at the front, no, the lady at the front, she was like, what you do? And I was like, huh? What you want? And I was like, my dad was like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Jamaican hut over there at the crib, like they got some good ass like curry goat. Like you should get that. You probably like that's the closest thing to the Jamaican food. I was like, bet. So let me get the curry goat. We know I have that, bruh. We know I have that. Pick something else. What do you mean you don't have that? Hello? Like, what do you mean? So boom. So somebody else walks in. All right, some dude with shades. And like, yo, this is where it gets crazy. So dude comes to the front. He's like, big banner, what going on there, buddy? Girl at the front was like, hey, glad you're reaching. I was waiting for your skites, Dude was like, why you gotta be so wicked? You know what your problem is? You're too forward. Whole time I'm thinking like, too forward? What is he talking about? He's standing sideways. Like, what's going on, man? So the dude eventually goes, so let me get curry goat, rice and peas, and some oxtail. Then girl at the front was like, we don't have that. We don't have that. Choose something else. And the dude, he got mad. He was like, every single time I come here, you don't have that. You don't have that. Don't have this and don't have that. The fuck, man? The girl was like, take your skull somewhere else. We don't have that. And then boy was like, I come back in 2 hours. If in 2 hours you still don't have the curry goat with the oxtail, I'm chewing on every fucking skull in this place. That's when the girl snapped. So right when he was like, I'm chewing on every skull on this place, the girl was like, cheese on bread. You don't understand what I'm telling you. You don't understand. Get out. Get out. Needless to say, I never actually got my food. I ended up coming back to where I live and going to the nearest Jamaican hut or whatever. And then I ate one piece off my friend's curry goat oxtail combo with the plantain and cocoa bread. And that shit was disgusting.